Hello everyone, my name is Griffin and we are back with another reaction video. As you can plainly see, I got a better camera, a better webcam, and I got a better mic. So I should sound much better. So I'm happy about this. And I'll be getting a new desk as well. So this is all working out great for me. Yes, and there's a mess right behind me. There. I know. Don't worry about it. It's just water bottles. Anyways, we are reacting to another one of Shoe on Head's videos called Are Women Okay? Are you ladies okay? That is a good question to ask. Is anybody okay? Are we all okay? Are we all going crazy? I'm not doing that crazy thing. That being said, let's get right into this video, shall we? Sorry about that. I accidentally stopped recording. So we'll just fix that up in editing. Anyways, let's get into this video.
War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And Raytheon stock. War is a terrible thing, and this war has been happening for a very long time, from before most of us were born, and will be raging on after we're long gone. I'm of course talking about the gender war. Men vs. women. For those of you who've been following me for the past year, you know of my ongoing research into the man question. From learning how to be a real man, if you're a grown-ass man and you wear a seatbelt in the passenger seat, you are likely to be a raging homosexual.
How does that make any sense? You're legally required to wear a seatbelt no matter what seat you're in. Be it the driver's seat, the passenger seat, or the seats in the back. You are required by law to be wearing a seatbelt, or you will either get a ticket or you will get your driver a ticket, and that is never a good thing. So, be it the driver, passenger, rear passenger, wherever, wear a seatbelt. You know, for your own safety. And for the safety of others that you are either driving or riding with.
To judging men's living spaces. Men will literally not buy a TV stand, but will have 2 mini fridges. To examining.
Exactly. We men are very simple creatures. We don't need much, honestly. I mean, for myself here, other than the cat tree you see behind me, it's a shitty ass cat tree, but I should probably get a better one for my little girl. But I don't even have a couch or a TV. All I have is my desk here, my computer stuff on my desk, my chair, and my bed. That's all I got. I don't have a couch. I don't have a TV. I don't have a nightstand. I don't have a table. I don't have any of that because I live on my own. I ain't got no one. So I don't really need much at all. The only thing I have to deal with is my lazy ass not cleaning up every goddamn day. Which I should probably start doing because, you know, living in this stuff is not really a good idea to do. But we are very simple creatures. We don't need much at all. I mean, hell, that guy probably just wanted to elevate his monitor or TV onto something instead of just having it on the floor. I mean, a guy could just have a nightstand with a TV on it, a game console on the floor in front of it, and a chair, and nothing else in the entire living room. And he would be fine with that. He would. I mean, hell, I would. If that's all I had, I'd be fine with it. But yet there are a lot of women out there that look at that and think like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And it's like, it's simple living. It's minimalistic living. You don't really need much.
Their interesting dating rituals. Wish your toes were in my mouth right now. I mean, hey.
What?
And although this.
Okay. I'm not here to kink shame anybody, but personally, I think one of the weirdest fucking fetishes in the entire world to have is a foot fetish. What the fuck?
Journey is far from over. I decided to take a break to focus on the fairer sex. That's right. The whammon. There are many things women love in this world. Flowers, chocolate, pumpkin spice lattes, cute animals.
What is with you ladies in the pumpkin spice? I don't get I don't get it. Why? I don't get the craze behind the pumpkin flavored shit. I don't. I guess I'm a guy. I don't get it.
Animals, shopping, complaining and nagging, am I right, fellas? But above all else, women love posting their own L's.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today. Meanwhile, I have credit card debt. I am in a toxic situationship with one of my exes. Last week, I was so broke that instead of getting an Uber to the airport, I had a random guy from Hinge drive me. And this year, I have had chlamydia twice.
Those ladies is called a result of your own choices. Welcome to the welcome to the results of your own choices. Consequences are included in those, you know. The credit card debt can be okay. Let's see.
Cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today. Meanwhile, I have credit card debt.
Credit card debt. You chose to keep spending shit with your credit card knowing you couldn't pay it back. Here's the thing, people. If you're going to have a credit card, use it for specifically a thing you're going to use it for. Like, if you're trying to build up credit, use a credit card for buying maybe food and paying for gas. But make sure what you're spending from that credit card is also something you're able to easily pay back at the end of the month. Because if you're spending it willy-nilly and you're not able to pay it back by the end of the month, you're going to become in debt. And it's going to affect your credit score. And that's not good for you at all. It's going to make shit harder for you to pay for.
I am in a toxic situationship with
one of your exes. Again, your own fucking choice. You could have, as soon as the shit started becoming toxic, here's the thing. It's an easy thing to do. Anyone can do it. People don't seem to make the right fucking choice when they do it. Stop talking to them. Cut them out of your life. Say fuck off. I know a lot of the times these people, men and women, don't get the hint when they're being told to fuck off. But if you are if you keep talking to this person and keep them in your life and you know they're toxic, at that point, I can't have sympathy for you because it is your own fucking fault. You chose it. Now you got to deal with it.
One of my exes. Last week I was so broke that instead of getting an Uber to the airport, I had a random guy from Hinge drive me.
Stop spending your money on stupid shit. I mean, if you don't make a lot of money, try and budget what you're making a little bit better. Most of your expenses should be saved for bills and food and gas. And what you should try and do is save money, have some money set aside just in case something goes wrong with your vehicle, so you are able to pay for it to fix whatever is wrong.
And this year I have had chlamydia twice.
That is a result of your own fuck up. Welcome to the consequences of your own decisions. Stop sleeping around so much. Here's the thing, ladies, men and women. If you're going to sleep with someone, make sure you know what you're getting into. You have to realize that the person you're sleeping with just might have an STD. You have to be very aware that it is a very high possibility. You have to, you have to make sure if you're going to sleep with someone that they are clean. So you yourself do not get any sort of STD. I mean, at worst, you can get AIDS. And then you're stuck with that your entire fucking life. And then you just basically killed your sex life. Because no one's going to really want to sleep with you if you got AIDS. Because that shit's not curable. At least not with the technology we have now. We can't cure it. Hopefully sometime decades in the future we'll be able to cure that shit.
So I've been working on a pretty big video and I thought it would be nice to take a little break and make some trash content because I know you guys love the trash content. And I feel like the last two videos were a little more serious than I usually am, so I feel like it's trash time. So let us answer the question on everyone's mind. Are women okay? No. No, they are not. But before
I do worry for women sometimes, because your brains, my God, your brains must stress you the fuck out, because men are able to literally think about nothing, and our brains won't stress us out. We're just able to switch it off. But you ladies, it's like you're not mentally capable of doing that, and it must be stressful as fuck. I mean, my God, your brains must torture the hell out of you sometimes. So I worry about you ladies. I really do.
Before we get into this deep dive into the psyche of the modern woman, let's quickly get into today's sponsor this video.
Sorry, but I'm always going to skip the sponsors because I honestly don't really care. Nothing against anybody who has a sponsor. When I'm making these reaction videos, I'm not making them to react to their sponsors. I mean, if it's something I'm interested in, I'll probably go back and look at it later, but I'm not going to make a reaction video and keep their sponsor in it. If you want to see the sponsor, the link to the video will always be in the description.
And thank you, as always, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Now let's get back to the video.
Sorry, Shoe on Head. I'm always going to be skipping the ads. Nothing against you or the sponsor. It's, like I said, if I'm making a reaction video, I'm making a reaction to the content of the video, not the sponsor.
From posting about their old high school teachers subscribing to the
y'all want to hear something cringy? One of my teachers who I hated from high school subscribed to my OnlyFans and commented on my picture some of you ladies on OnlyFans, I mean, it's gotta be a real weird feeling when you see somebody you know in real life, like from your school or something like that, just come onto your OnlyFans and just sub to you and then comment on your picture. It's got to be a real surreal, weird situation for y'all.
Them on OnlyFans to posting about their boyfriends cheating
I heard we were exposing our husband's mistress
on them with their own mothers. Women love
Wow. Damn.
posting their own L's. I would know, despite rumors. I am a woman. Now, for the boomer demographic who watches me, who doesn't know what an L is, an L is a loss, and a W is a win. And for the Zoomer demographic that watches me, Gat Ohio Rizzler. When you try to be
Please tell me that's not an actual thing. That sounds so stupid.
petty and request money from your ex and accidentally send it. Here's
For wasting my time and being a cheater. Gave
$100 for wasting my time and being a cheater. L. Absolute L. My ex-boyfriend is now gay, and my ex-girlfriend is now straight. Call that p***y conversion therapy. When I helped the guy I was in love with get his girl because I thought maybe he'd fall in love with me in the process.
Wait. When I helped the guy I was in love with get his girl because I thought maybe he'd fall in love with me. You know, okay, listen here. This shit doesn't work in real life. It works in maybe your fantasy romance novels or anime, manga, light novels, all that shit. It works in fantasy. This shit don't work in real life. You're gonna fuck yourself over if you're gonna help the guy or girl you're in love with get with the person that they like. You're just gonna fuck yourself over and crush your own heart. Please don't do that.
No! Why did she think this would work? Life is not TV! You are not the main protagonist of a Hallmark Christmas movie! Just remember the time I went on a first date to the London Zoo, and at the gate he asked if I would mind paying for my own ticket, which I said I would, at which point he pulled out a 2-for-1 voucher, so I paid for my ticket and he went in for free. I had to break up with him. Our signs weren't compatible. Once again, here we go.
Oh my God.
Astrology is racism for white women. I'm a Gemini. And he told me not to flush when I peed at his house to save money, so I obliged until I went through his Discord and found pics of him drinking it. Oh!
Okay, yeah. Well, we're gonna go through the first part of that. The rest, it has nothing to do with what this her post was, but yeah, that guy's probably not good for anybody. God, the piss kink is just fucked up. But ladies, I know it's mostly ladies that do this. Your sign, your astrological sign, has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the person's personality or character. Nothing at all. It's just the sign of which they were born in. There is no evidence whatsoever that a person's astrological sign has anything to do with their personality or character. None whatsoever. There is no factual evidence that has proven that. It's just stupidity. I don't get why there are people, and it is legitimately mainly women that are into this. I don't know a single dude that is into it or that believes it, because it is just nonsense. I mean, if you want to believe in it, go right ahead, but you are just ruining pretty much almost every single chance you have at having a relationship, because I guarantee you most of the people you tell this shit to for astrological signs and whatnot, they'll think you're crazy. Keep it to yourself. Seriously, it'll help you if you keep it to yourself. Or maybe it won't help you because you're just nuts. But this astrological sign shit is just fucking stupid. I mean, if you want to know, I'm an Aries. That don't mean nothing. That just means I was born at the time that Aries was whatever. I don't understand this astrological stuff. That's just my sign. It has nothing to do with what or who I am.
Oh no! I invited him to the crib, cooked for him, gave him the sloppiest neck you can manifest in your mind, let him fold me like an origami bird, called him an Uber, then blocked him and never spoke to him again. I really beat him to the punch. We are learning the game too fast. Wow, you sure showed him. When I broke up with a white boy and he deleted his Stop Asian Hate story. Guys, my friend got banned from Tinder because she'd show up to dates without makeup and the dudes kept reporting her as a catfish.
One of the biggest lies that you ladies have, and this is nothing against you ladies, one of the biggest lies that you ladies have is makeup. Because there are some women who have who aren't very pretty. They're maybe a 3 or 4 out of 10, but when they put makeup on, they are stunningly fucking beautiful. It is the biggest lie that has ever been created for you ladies. Mainly for you ladies, because there are men who use it too. But makeup is one of the biggest lies ever. It is terrifying what makeup can do for people. It is absolutely terrifying. Because if you look with a lot of the Asian ladies too, there are some Asian ladies who look like they're in their 70s that are actually maybe in their 20s or 30s. They put makeup on, and my God, it's like they turned back time. They look stunningly beautiful. They look like K-pop models, or K-pop stars, I should say. Makeup is terrifying. The power it has is terrifying.
Oof. I don't know, I've always quickly shown the men I've dated what I look like without makeup, because I figure if you don't love me at my naked-faced gremlin, you don't deserve me at my 2006 MySpace mid-e-girl. I wanted this man to be vulnerable with me for so long. He finally called me yesterday and opened up, but the second he started crying, I lost all interest in him quickly. Women be like...
Okay, this is another thing. This is why 9 out of 10 guys do not ever show their emotions to anybody at all. The only time a guy will ever show his emotions is one, to his mother or sister. If basically, immediate family, or their guy friends that they trust 100% over anybody else. To any other woman, or to even the person they are dating or going to marry, they will absolutely refuse to show their emotions, because we know for a fact that at some point in time, you will bring that up and use it against us. You will turn it around on us. You will weaponize it. You will do whatever you can to just go against us with it. Or you will see it as an attack if we try and share our emotions. It is the reason why we don't ever show it, and at some point, it is the reason why at some point we end up finally where we had enough and we, just blow up. And it's also one of the reasons why a lot of men also take their lives. We can't show our emotions because we're guys. We're supposed to be seen as the strong protector. We're always told to suck it up, or you're a man, so deal with it. And it's when it comes to emotional stuff, it is not easy being a guy, because all you ladies have so much support and stuff and are able to be vulnerable and everything, and then it's seen as okay, whereas a guy, it's just it sucks. It really does. And a lot of guys could use that support, because we have no outlet for it aside from just blowing up into violence, which is not good.
Men need to show their emotions till a man shows their emotions. I told my husband not to buy me a Christmas present. I'm fuming that he actually isn't. Do not!
Okay, guys tend to take shit quite literally. If you're going to tell your guy friend, your boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever, if you're going to tell him not to do something, unless he truly knows you, if you tell him not to do something or not to get you something, he won't get it or he won't do it. Unless he truly knows you, he's not going to get or do anything if you tell him not to. Because that's just how we are. We are literal creatures. If you want something from us, if you want us to know something, if you want us to do something, fucking tell us. Don't play these little guessing or hint shit. Don't fucking do that. We're guys. We won't get it. And it also annoys the ever-living shit out of us when you get upset because you told us not to do something or not to get you something, and we comply and not do or not get you something. You can't get upset because you told us not to, or you told us not to get you something or not to do something. You can't get upset when you say that shit. Like I said, if you want us to do something, if you want us to get you something, or if you want us to know something, tell us. Don't play guessing games. Don't do hints. Just tell us. Be straightforward. That's what you should do.
I repeat, do not listen to women when they say this. Oh, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? No. Bullshit. Get them fries. I will never forget this guy I was seeing didn't text me back for 3 days, and when he finally texted me, I was like, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I was just watching The Sopranos. When you are on your third kid and third baby daddy at 23.
Okay, if a guy is like that, first of all, we don't know if you want us to text you right away. Like, if we're getting to know you, or if we're just going out, or if we just went out on a date with you, we don't know if we should text you right away. It's most of the time we don't know. So we usually wait a couple of days, or we usually wait a day, 2 days, or 3 days to text you back, because we don't know how quickly you want us to message back. But if he gives an excuse like that, I'm sorry, he's probably not really that interested. So, hey, I'd say either ask him directly if he's still interested, or just move on.
3. It's the hypersexual personality with a breeding kink for me.
Okay. I know I'm pausing this a lot, but I need to explain a lot of the stuff that's going on. Sorry, something was really itching. Here's the thing. I've known of and been in the fetish kink world for over a decade. Because of 50 Shades of Grey, it has opened a sort of Pandora's box to people who didn't really know of the world of fetish kink. And these people who think they have this sort of kink or fetish or whatever don't really understand what they are talking about. This breeding kink shit is one of the major things that these people do not seem to understand. I'm not gonna fucking explain it, because you shitheads still won't fucking get it. Like there was one TikTok video I saw where this lady was talking about a free use kink. I was like, you need to keep that shit off that app. There are kids who are on that app. There are kids who are on YouTube. Keep the fetish and kink shit within the fetish and kink world. Do not bring it into social media. There are people who don't understand it, who don't need to know it. If you want to know and understand it, make sure you research the shit before you get into it. What that lady said about it's a breeding kink for me. No, it's not. It's you being a dumb fuck and not taking precautions so you don't get fucking pregnant. These people don't seem to understand the shit. You don't. Just don't. Don't need to know about the breeding kink shit. If you truly want to get into that world, make sure you really research and understand what you're getting into. Don't take this shit lightly. It's not something for anyone to take lightly. That sort of world is quite a serious world to get into. So just don't be stupid. Just don't be fucking stupid.
Okay, for the last time, you do not have a breeding kink. That is called being a woman. It is not a fetish. It came free with your genetics. Someone just asked my due date. I am not pregnant. A reminder, once again, that unless a woman tells you she is pregnant, please don't assume. It's really hurtful. Oh god, do not do this. I have seen this actually happen in real life. The internet will never know when I'm pregnant, by the way. They'll just have to assume I'm eating good. I was talking to this guy I met on Tinder, having the best conversations while we sipped on our boba, but when he found out my body count was close to triple digits, the conversation got quiet. He ghosted me after and blocked my Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Do all guys really care that much? Maybe I should start telling my dates that I'm a virgin instead.
Okay. Not all men will care. That's the thing. Not all men will care. I think the majority of men probably would. I'm not sure. I'm not speaking facts or anything. This is just my opinion. The thing with this is it just really shows you don't really have that much self-respect. You don't really care. And I don't really think it would show you know how to be very... It's not a good look if you're sleeping around so much that you're damn near close to triple digits or in the triple digits. It's just not a good look. It's really not. It just shows you don't really know how to make the best decisions for yourself or others. So, I mean, if you really want a serious relationship and to possibly, go into marriage and have a family, I'd say don't do this. Don't sleep around like this to the point where you're like I always say, just sleeping with the entire football team and then some. It's like you're sleeping with the entire biker fucking gang and just renting your body out for use. So I'd say just I mean, if you want to sleep around, go right ahead. It's your body, it's your choice. Do what you want. If it makes you happy, by all means, go fucking nuts. But you also got to think of other things as well. You got to be very careful.
Yes, guys care that much. And not just guys. And especially triple digits. If you're somebody who takes sex seriously and you think it's a special thing, or you're a virgin, or you yourself have a low body count, it's perfectly acceptable to care about body counts. But if you a hoe, or if you a man hoe, and you care about the other person's body count, you're a fucking hypocrite. But
here's the thing. There's there are a lot of women who are confused as to why it matters more for why women's body count matters more than men. Is because for women it is very easy for women to sleep with to get, to have sex. All they really have to do is look somewhat okay and just say yes to a guy that wants to sleep with them. It takes much more work for a guy to get sex than it does for a woman, because he has to have a few things: be in shape, more than likely be a certain height. Not all women are based on height, but he has to make a good amount of money. He has to have his own place, his own car. He has to be somewhat successful. He has to have a sense of humor, and he has to have all sorts of criteria in order for a woman to be interested in him, and probably even more so if he wants to get her in bed with him. A guy actually has to work for work for the attention and the possibility of getting the woman in bed with him. But it's multitudes easier for a woman to have sex than it is for a man. So it's like people in the world don't reward you for something that comes easy. People are more are it's hard to put it. I don't know how to put it into words. I'm trying to think of a way to put it, because there are other people who've articulated this better than me. But people aren't cheering for you for something that comes easy. People cheer more for things that take a lot of work and come with more difficulty. And if you're able to accomplish something that's more difficult, people will cheer you more for it, rather than something that comes very easy.
I feel like even if you are a hoe or a man hoe with like a 20-something body count, I feel like you could still judge someone who's in the triple digits. How do you even meet that many people? I don't even know 15 people. I'm gonna give this one a W because I'm just impressed. That's just impressive. When I got pulled over,
it is. If you're able to get the triple digits, in a way, it is impressive, but it's also very worrying.
For speeding, and the nice officer said I could just show him a picture of license instead because I forgot my wallet, and watched me scroll past multiple boob pictures, and I couldn't tilt my phone the other way because my dad was in the other seat. Okay, there is nothing more stressful and anxiety-inducing than handing someone your phone to show them a picture, and you're just like, okay, give it back. Because if they accidentally swipe, they're gonna be seeing your hentai horse futa. Am I right? Who among us does not?
Shoe on head. Come on. What's wrong with you?
Have that on their phone. I remember one time I was so obsessed with a boy that I found out his address, his mom and dad's number. I would call his mom, and when she answered, I would make up lies about him so he got his phone taken away so he didn't talk to other girls. I found his family members' names, how many times he moved houses, what schools he went to, found all his family photos, found all the girls he messed with so I could become friends with them. What's crazy is men will look at this and they'll be like, I could fix her.
Don't date women like this. Don't date guys. Don't date anybody like this. That is a giant walking red fucking bright ass neon red flag. Don't date people like this. If they are like this and that are that obsessive, fucking end it. And just cut them out of your life. Just end it.
Okay, so when I was in 3rd grade, I had a crush on this guy, but he had a crush on this other girl, and I cried about it to my mom, and my mom was like, who cares? They're not gonna get married. And that made me feel better until I saw today that they did in fact get married. This reminds me when people are like, oh, like, don't worry, your school bully is gonna be fat and ugly in the future. No, my school bully is a f***ing bodybuilder now. She could kick my ass. It's important to remember that you were not the main character, and sometimes good things happen to people you do not like. L. And honestly, you're 27 years old. Time to move on from your 3rd grade crush. A guy I was hooking up with told me I was getting chubby and I should eat less. I just ate an entire f***ing pizza. F*** you, Brian.
I can't really say anything about this because I'm able to eat an entire pizza, and yeah, that's not good. That's really not good.
Oh, no, no, no. Do not do this. Do not spite eat to get back at someone calling you fat. You go to the gym and you get... What is happening out there? Who is dying? The guy I really like ghosted me because I posted a TikTok about guys with piercings and he didn't have any. Honestly, kind of the man's L here. Women will often talk about what they're attracted to and what their type is, and they'll talk about like what men they find handsome, and like men who like that woman will like constantly obsessively compare themselves to those features and those people. They'll be discouraged because they don't look anything like them. Like maybe she likes blonde hair and maybe he has brown hair. But if she likes you, she will make an exception. And maybe she's attracted to things she didn't even know she was attracted to until she met you. Congratulations to the man who...
Yeah, that really is the guy's L. I mean, she was interested in him, and he should have kept it going.
Who had matched with me the moment I told him I was a journalist. Keep it classy, Middle America. Also, guess whose name I'm running through the court records tonight? What a Chad! Do not date journos. You unmatched me on Tinder, so now I'm gonna run your name through the courts. Okay, psycho. Oh, of course you worked for Jezebel. Rest in piss. Women need to start using men for sex. Sleep with them and block them. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Who wants to tell her? No, but really, not all men do that, so now you're just contributing to this cycle of abuse.
Yeah, not all men do this and not all women do this, but, you know, there are people out there that are just shitty-ass people. It's sad, but it's true.
Do not do this. Woman L. My boyfriend said he was into BDSM, so he'd have me doing burpees, planking, wall sits, and push-ups. I was into it, and he said he loves watching girls get pushed to their physical and mental limits when they submit to him. Then after a few months of this, he admitted he was just trying to get me in better shape because he didn't like having sex with me as much as he did at my old weight. Should I be offended?
This is a big W for the dude. He manipulated her into doing this, into becoming healthier. Honestly, I don't see this as an L.
Okay, this one is just funny. Wait, what are these ages? 18 and 29. My old weight? Me and my boyfriend were hanging a TV and I told
FBI, open up.
him to just let me do it. And now there's 30 holes in the wall. How do I tell him I need him to do it?
Just oh.
Let your man do man things. Men were built for war and hunting, and now they're stuck in cubicles for 8 hours a day doing Microsoft Excel. The least you could do is let a man hang a damn TV. I don't care if you can open the jar yourself. Give it to him. Men in captivity need to feel like they have a purpose, or else they die. Do you notice that men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it.
Yeah. Especially, I'd especially say guys that are 30 and older. What, like when we were older than 30, if you say no, that's it. We're done. We're not gonna play that. We're getting too old to play these games. I mean, I'm 32, almost 33. I'll be 33 in 4 months. But yeah, you know, if a person I'm trying to pursue and I ask out on a date says no, then that's gonna be it. Cause you know why? I ain't got time to play games, lady. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm looking for somebody to spend my life with, to have a family with. I ain't got time to go through your mental fucking hoops. Just leave it at that, move on, get on with your life. stop playing games with men. And with women, too. Stop playing games with anybody. Shit's not fun. It's real fucking annoying.
These guys are told when a woman says no, that means no. And they're correct. So if you say no, you better f***ing mean no. Apparently, like, a large percentage of men aren't even approaching women anymore. The amount of TikToks I have seen of women secretly filming men hitting on them, and the men are not even being creepy. They're being pretty normal. Maybe they're a bit awkward. And the caption's like, "This creep was hitting on me. Whoa, how dare him?" Like, how do you think your parents met? How are people supposed to meet people nowadays? Tinder? Like, you can't just walk up to a girl or guy you think is cute anymore. You have to be swiping on them. I am afraid we have Me Too'd a little too close to the sun, and now the men are afraid of speaking to us. I asked my boyfriend if he wanted to rail me, and he said he was too tired. So we went to bed, and I literally woke up to him jerking it. Honestly, I can't decide whose L this is. Is it her L because he didn't want to have sex with her? Or is it his L for being too lazy? Perhaps she lays there like a dead fish. I don't know. Maybe just work out your issues in private. Why is this even on TikTok? Wait, no, on second thought, do not work them out in private. This is great content. Please do keep posting. I got asked on a date today, and I blocked the guy because he asked me what I wanted to do instead of just telling me. Listen, there is a reason women are so indecisive about things, about where to go, and especially about what to eat. It is in our blood. Back in the caveman times, we didn't have a choice. You hunted the mammals and you dragged them back to the cave, and that is what we ate. So you choose. You bringing home Chipotle is the modern man bringing home a mammoth carcass. One time I was gonna have sex with this dude after a concert, and we went to shower off, and I did this naked little jig and went, "It's time to wash me holes," and he made me go home. No!
Honestly, that's an L for the guy. I mean, come on. You brought home a lady with that kind of sense of humor. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, don't fumble the quirky girl, no! I'm out eating with this guy, and he took the bill, and I offered to pay, and he said, "Okay, here." I love this trend of women being like, "I want this," and men being like, "Okay," and women being like, "Wait, no, not like that. For the love of God, just say what you mean." Men do not know how to play these mind games. These boys autistic out here. A guy wrote to me on Tinder,
Or just don't play mind games at all.
calling me quite the catch because I like nachos and Always Sunny. So I wrote back saying, "Well, if you're impressed by that, you should see my tits." And he unmatched me. I literally have no idea what men want. See, this is a woman who has on her mind that men want sex, 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 and nothing else. So she came out too strong right out of the gate and scared him off. I was on a blind date. The guy opened up Tinder while sitting there with me and was swiping on girls. I guess I wasn't interesting enough. Haha. Oof. A lot of pain in that haha. What's the hardest thing you ever had to say? "It's me or the PlayStation." He took the PlayStation over his marriage and 10-year relationship. Oh my god. You know, I always say if somebody offers you an ultimatum between them and something else, take the something else.
Yeah, here's the thing, ladies. Don't ever do that with your guy. Don't ever do that. Honestly, it's giving an ultimatum like that just shows that you don't really care or trust him enough. Don't ever do an ultimatum like that. It's not worth it. Just figure out your problems, work them out in private. Don't ever do the ultimatum shit. I would say for the ultimatum stuff, use that as an absolute, and I mean an absolute last resort. That's it. That's the only way you should ever use an ultimatum, is if you have exhausted absolutely everything else in the world, and that is your only choice. Other than that, don't ever do it. It's not worth the pain and heartache you'll go through, because that person will probably choose the something else over you.
But in this case, I don't know, a PlayStation? Like, maybe there's more to this story, but ending a 10-year relationship and marriage over a PlayStation?
I just came to the realization why I'm single. Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive, I see their wives, and they just look like so, like, you know, not like this. You know, like...
Lady, you're going after people who are already fucking married. I don't understand this with people, and I don't know if it's ladies who do it more or guys who do it more. If you know or find out that somebody is with someone already, stop fucking pursuing them. You're ruining a relationship. Don't fucking do that. If their relationship ends up ending over something else and you had nothing to do with it, then you can go after the person because their relationship is ended. Leave people who are married, engaged, or who are already in a relationship, leave them the fuck alone. Don't try and get in between them. You just need to fuck off.
I pretend my tattoos are gone. That's why guys don't want to wife me up. I thought these men wanted, like, you know, big, strong, tough girls.
Okay, so first of all, she will find a man, okay? She's adorable, she's self-aware, she's just a little quirked up white girl with tattoos. Who doesn't like a little quirked up white girl with tattoos? I personally love tattoos, I love piercings.
I liked her tattoos. I thought they were pretty cool.
If I wasn't such a pussy, I would look like this. In high school, I was so determined to get an Avenged Sevenfold logo on the back of my neck. So happy that didn't happen. But anyway, some men do like her style, and trust me, judging by the internet, men love muscle mommies. But if she's not attracting the type of men she wants, she could just easily soften up her style. She could take the nose ring out, she could put her hair down. I'm not gonna say L or W, this is kind of neutral. I'm leaning towards W because she's so self-aware about it, but I think she's gonna make it. We're all gonna make it, queens. If a man leaves you after you've cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man.
There is absolutely no excuse in the world that you can give that will make it okay for you to cheat. Man or woman, there is no excuse in the world you can give that will make cheating okay. If you're in a relationship with somebody, only be with that person. If you even think about sleeping or being with another person, then end the relationship. Just end it. Be single for the rest of your life so you can sleep with multiple people. If you're in a relationship, be in that relationship. Don't fucking cheat. You have no excuse in the world you can give that'll make your cheating okay or excusable. Fucking people have no idea how to have a relationship anymore these days.
Real men would work through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws. When I thought my man was cheating on me, so I slept with his dad, but actually he was just planning on his proposal to me and I ruined it. What?
This is another thing a lot of people do. They overthink things. They overthink it so much that they think something else is happening, that they think something is happening when it's not that and it's something else. You overthink it so much that instead of just going up and asking what's going on, you create this own scenario in your head or create this own thing in your head and you think it's reality. Some people just need to stop overthinking and overcomplicating something that's not that thing. You get shit like this when you do that.
When you go through his phone to see if he's cheating, but you find screenshots of you cheating. When you checked his phone to see if he's cheating but found nothing, then suddenly he said, "My turn." Listen. If your partner wants all of your passwords and constantly wants to see your phone, reads all your texts and wants access to all your accounts all the time, and accuses you of cheating on them randomly, that's most likely projection, and they are cheating on you. Not all the time, sometimes they have trust issues, maybe from a different relationship. In these cases, yes, it was projection. Mom of two leaves her...
Here's the other thing about relationships. If you've left one relationship and later on you're getting into another one, don't bring your projections, your problems from that relationship into your new one. You're just going to create more problems for yourself and you're just going to end that relationship that much quicker. Leave your problems and other things from your other relationship in the past and work on the relationship you have now. Build with that one and make yourself happy with that one. Don't bring your past problems into your new relationship. That's how you ruin them.
Her husband of 14 years for a stranger she was convinced was her soulmate after one magical night at a conference, only to be ghosted by him. I'm sorry, are we supposed to feel bad for this bitch? Because I don't. Men, if the DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better.
Actually, there's a law going on now where it is mandatory to do a paternity test. So shit like this doesn't happen. So if the father, if the guy that's there isn't the father, he has no financial responsibility to that kid. Legally, he has no financial responsibility to it because of that paternity test in that law. Which is a good thing. Could stop paternity fraud that these women love to do.
What? Woman, 37, stabs husband multiple times after finding explicit photos of another woman that turned out to be her when she was thinner. No! This man texted me, "Thank you for showing me what it feels like to be loved. I can't wait to make you my wife someday." It's gay shit like that that makes me want to cheat.
This lady doesn't deserve a relationship whatsoever.
Women be like, "Wow, thanks." This is why it's so f***ing hard to convince men to open up. I hope and pray this king has found someone who actually appreciates him. When he cheated on me with the same girl my other ex cheated on me with. Girl, that isn't your average hoe. That's your arch nemesis. You need to either defeat her in battle or commit seppuku right now. No other way. Betrayed. I suggested an open marriage to my husband to spice up our sex life. He then fell for his lover and I was heartbroken. Many
All right. Don't ever suggest opening up your relationship unless you are fully mentally and emotionally prepared to do so. Having a polyamorous or open, it's the same thing. Polyamorous, open relationship, it's the same fucking thing. If you are not ready for that, you are going to fuck yourself over. Because you have to be completely okay with the fact that your partner might also find somebody else that he loves as well as you and also sleep with them. You can't be okay with you only finding someone else as well as having them and not be okay with them doing the same thing. Because you decided to open up the relationship and make it polyamorous now at that point. You either keep it closed and monogamous or not have a relationship at all. Because one of the hardest types of relationships to have is to have an open polyamorous relationship. It's not an easy thing to do. Not everybody has the mental capacity to deal with having a polyamorous relationship. They just don't. So, I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead. But unless you're mentally and emotionally prepared for it, I suggest you just keep it monogamous.
Such cases. Woman wants to open up the marriage, man finds someone else, and leaves with her. Because as soon as you open up the marriage, he's not gonna take it seriously anymore. Because you're not taking it seriously anymore. And a lot of people just can't be polyamorous. They can only be monogamous. They can only give their love and intimacy to one person at a time. So L. Common open marriage L. Getting 2 jobs and telling my boyfriend that I'll work 70 hours a week so I can pay the bills so he can find his dream job, to find out he was cheating on me on the days I worked 16 hours. When he went on Tinder right in front of me, an hour after taking my virginity. I nursed my cheating husband back to health from severe brain trauma. Then he cheated again. Okay, so I know this is about women posting their L's, but goddamn, these men ain't shit. No wonder there's so many insane, broken harpies coming at me when I talk about male loneliness. And no wonder there are so many men who think all women are lying whores. Y'all are destroying yourselves. Stop cheating. Is it that hard to not fuck someone? I don't think so. Look at my audience. Full of people who haven't done that.
I mean, the whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment. I didn't
This bitch. It's not a psychology experiment. It's you being a fucking bitch.
really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart. It was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
It's women like this dumb blonde hoe that don't deserve relationships. They deserve to be alone with their cats for the rest of their life. Get a bat to the face, you hoe.
Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage.
Demon! Demon! Be gone, vile woman! Congratulations, you have created another person with trust issues. People like this should be in jail. People like this should be in prison. People like this should be thrown in the pit. Remembering the time he came home and told me he cheated on me, so I slept with him and made him tell me I was better. When I found out my boy—
Damn! Okay, I don't think that's an L. I think just that's severely asserting your dominance. I mean, damn.
boyfriend was cheating on me, instead of breaking up, he had me and the other girl give speeches on why he should stay with either of us, and when he chose me, I took him out to dinner and got him thank you presents. Never was—
Okay, at that point, you're just... Is that close to Stockholm Syndrome?
much of a romantic. I used to beg him to stop cheating on me by giving him money.
Okay, you know what? I don't understand why there are some people who decide to stay with the person that is cheating on them. It's like, do you people think you can't find anybody better than that? Because you more than likely could. You just... If you're complaining about your heart being broken and you're still choosing to stay with said person that is breaking your heart, I'm sorry, I can't really have sympathy for you anymore. The first time, yeah, I can have sympathy for you. But the second time, third time, fourth time, fifth, at that point, I don't have sympathy for you anymore. I just think you're a fucking dumbass. I'm sorry if this sounds mean, but it's true. You can't expect to get sympathy from somebody if you're staying with the person that's constantly breaking your heart. At that point, I'm just like, well, you know what? These are the consequences of your own decisions.
Me remembering the time I walked in on my boyfriend cheating on me and I left and came back 5 minutes later and asked to join. They declined.
Oh, that's horrible.
Women, get some self-respect. Holy shit, I would say you could do better, but honestly, I don't know anymore. Turn up the cheat. All women should have an affair once in their life. It made me feel sexier and look younger.
It's shit like this is... It's women like this that create asshole men. And men with trust issues, too. It's women like this, and also men like this, that don't deserve a relationship. If you do shit like this, you deserve to be single for the rest of your life with a cat. With 40 cats. Fuck off.
First of all, did it? Second of all, this is the kind of shit the average woman has blasting into her mind 24/7. And you wonder why like 45% of them are destined to be single in 2030. And on the flip side, you have all these like manosphere red pill people excusing cheating, but that's a video for another day. Is the man I'm cheating with lying to me like he does to his wife? Yes. Yes, he is. Next, I've cheated on every single one of my significant others. Would you still take a shot?
I could say something really mean. I'll just say this. No, I wouldn't take a shot. Because at some point, you're going to cheat on the wrong person. And you're going to find out real fucking quick what's going to happen. There are people out there who are very mentally unstable. And if you hurt them like this, let's just say you need to be very careful with what you do. You may meet the consequences of your own actions real fucking quick. And I hope and pray you people out there who do cheat on people that you are okay. I really do hope you're okay. But you don't deserve to have a relationship. You really don't.
Fellas, would you take a shot? I swear to God, women with big titties can get away with anything. The power dynamic of the world is this. The peasants, the rich, the elites, the deep state, women with big titties. Broke up with my boyfriend who loved me so I could hook up with my coworker that I've had a huge crush on since forever, who just got out of a 3.5-year relationship. All to get pumped and dumped. Thinking about how my perfect first boyfriend who was nice and bought flowers and gifts and planned surprise dates and never followed girls on social media, and how I dumped him because I was bored and went off to date men who literally abused and cheated on me.
This I don't fucking understand, you ladies. I don't understand this one fucking bit. You have a guy, be it a friend or somebody you did date, that took care of you, treated you like a queen, and did shit for you. Whether you did some stuff for him back, I have no idea. But you had this perfect person, or perfect as, you know, as close to perfect as you can get. You had this person, and just because he was too nice to you or too good for you, you decided to break up with him, and then you get with these fucking shitheads. Why? I don't fucking understand it. Why do you? And then you complain that all men are trash because of all these shitheads you just. No, not all men are trash. Your choice in men is fucking trash. If you have somebody like the first part of this, what this says, where the person is, you know, was nice, bought flowers, gifts, planned surprises, never follow girls, you know, something like that, you covet that guy. You make sure he does not escape from you, and you marry him. If you leave him and start dating abusive shitheads, you no longer deserve fucking sympathy. You are a fucking idiot. It's shit like this that upsets me to no end, that women complain about all men being trash. No, your fucking choice in men is fucking stupid and trash. It's shit like this that actually fucking upsets me.
LMAO. Thinking about the time I left a man who would do anything to make me happy for a literal bum. When I had a boy that had
Welcome to the consequences of your own fucking decisions.
Loved me unconditionally since we were 13, flies across the country to surprise me, and after 2 years still supported me and worshipped me, and I let him down for a lying, cheating piece of shit. I'm starting to suspect there's not a male loneliness epidemic, and it's more of a avoiding these evil bitches epidemic. This video was turning me into a misogynist.
It's just... I know these women aren't in the majority. I know that. I really do. It's just... These sort of women in the minority are giving the actual good women such a horrid reputation. Because there are genuinely good women out there that are trying to find a guy. And these women have destroyed all these guys to the point where they are so afraid to trust these other women who are actual good women and would actually take care of their guy. It is horrible to see that these minority of women are just destroying it for the majority. It is a horrible thing. And ladies... the ladies in the majority who don't do shit like this, I really hope you are able to find someone. I really do.
I always thought the woman leaving the nice guy for the bad boy and getting her heart broken was a silly trope. Like, I knew it happened, but I didn't know it happened this much. L's all around. Throw these women in the pit. I hope these guys find women who appreciate their niceness. Because believe it or not, despite popular belief, most women do like that. I asked him how tall he was, and he said, I'm 5, and I immediately hung the phone up. Turns out he's 5'11". How do I apologize?
Here's another thing. Ladies, a man's height, you cannot control you literally cannot control your height. The only way you can make yourself taller is through bone lengthening, and that is very expensive and very, from what I hear, very fucking painful. If you critique a guy on his height, you cannot get upset when he asks you about your weight, because unlike height, your weight is something you have complete control over. So, you know what? Teach their own. If one of your standards is height, don't get upset with when one of his standards is weight. You have created your own problem.
I rejected this sweet guy various times, then a couple months later, he's dating someone new. Then once I got home, I cried. The time my prison pen pal came out of jail, f***ed me once and never spoke to me again after 2 years of telling me he loved me and wanted me to be in his life forever.
Why? I don't, this is another thing for a lot of ladies. I don't get the obsession with a lot of this, there's a lot of women who watch these, murder and sort of crime shows. I don't get the obsession with it, and these obsession with these criminals in the jails. I mean, it's fine if you want to have a pen pal. That's fine, but why would you ever want to be with them? They're a criminal they're in jail for a reason. I don't get it. I mean, if you want, like I said, if you want to be pen pals and friends, that's fine. Go right ahead. But as soon as you start, just don't catch feelings for them. They're in jail for a reason.
I'm sorry. Your what? Your prison pen pal? You're telling me the convict in jail was not a good person? Of all people? I left my husband because the sex was boring. Now I'm having the same problem with my new partner.
Okay. There are marriages that do end because the physical intimacy has sort of dwindled or died off or become monotonous. I would say try and find ways to sort of spice it up, make it more fun or more exhilarating. But if it's just not working out between you two, then I don't know. I guess you can break it off, because physical intimacy is a great component in a relationship. You kind of need physical intimacy. You can't just have only emotional and mental intimacy. You need to have physical intimacy. That's a major part in a relationship. But it's a dicey situation with that thing.
There is a common factor here. He proposed. Aw, that's nice. To the girl he dated after me. Oh, I know we all let our dogs eat us out at least once.
Okay. There's not really anything good you could say about this. I don't understand people that are into bestiality. I don't get it. I really don't. Why would you let an animal do this? Just why?
I'm sorry, we? Us? Who is this us and we you speak of? One time I was riding a dude and he pressed my bladder, so I ended up peeing all over him for a solid minute, and after I said, I'm claiming my territory. I pee in the shower.
Well, it's sort of the guy's fault as well. He pressed on her bladder.
Or so frequently that my feet are dyed yellow. I left my underwear on the bathroom floor after my shower the other day, and now there's ants eating my discharge. I'm not
No.
showing this, but it's literally just dirty underwear with ants all over it. Growing up, I was always told, oh, boys are the smelly, messy gender, and I don't know about that. Confession, one time somebody nutted in my mouth.
Yeah, you ladies can be damn disgusting. I know men can be bad, but my God, you ladies can be just as horrible, if not worse.
and his semen was chewy. I held back tears. Oh god, this one made me gag. Whose L is this? Is this hers or the man's? I don't even know. See a fucking doctor. Okay guys, I really need help. Every check from my sugar daddy bounced. Wells Fargo is closing my accounts and I'm gonna owe them a lot of money. Like thousands and thousands. I'm in a full-blown panic right now. I don't know what to do. You know, as a socialist, I really hate to say this, and I wish we lived in a different society and didn't have to give all our time and our life to this labor under this evil capitalist system, but get a f***ing job, bitch! I spent $20K on plastic surgery to try to get a man, but it hasn't worked. I've been single for 7 years. Well,
She looks so fucking fake. I mean, she looks fine like this. She looks like a plastic doll in this. Was she trying to go for like a Kim Kardashian look or something?
plastic surgery to try to get a man, but it hasn't worked. I've been single for 7 years. Well, you went from cute and unique to like cookie cutter Kardashian alien, but perhaps it is not the way you look. Maybe it is something else. You do not have to look like a blow-up doll to find love. In fact, you're more likely to not find love looking this way. $25,000 L.
Ladies, you don't need to look like, you know, Ken doll or Kim Kardashian, either one of them, to get somebody. You really don't. Don't waste your money on that shit. I mean, seriously, don't.
Everyone my age is having children, buying houses, and getting married. And I'm just over here crying with happiness that I got to hear Hillary Clinton say human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights in person. You don't have kids? How?
I mean, doesn't human rights sort of encompass women and men? I don't get it.
How old are you? Me, 31. That surprises me. I'd be lost without my kids. I mean, how do you find meaning in life? Me. Marvel keeps coming out with films, so I have that.
Oh, I don't know how sad that is.
Average millennial. Reject love and family. Embrace corporate media slop. Okay, it's one thing to just not want kids. It's another to cope like this. At least I have Marvel movies. At least I have
Copium.
Hillary Clinton. Bleak. Thinking about the fact that I offered him $100 a week to add me back on Snap and talk to me, and he said no. I was so ready to pay that too. I still am. I will still pay you to add me back. Please, I'm begging. Could you imagine this reversed? Like men paying
Men or women, you don't need to be that desperate. Just, there are people out there who will talk to you. Don't pay people to talk to you. Just don't do that.
money to talk to a crazy woman? Oh wait. That's like 60% of my Discord.
I'm Rhea.
Donnie,
Nice to meet you.
Fun fact about Donnie, he's a Marvel nerd. Are you into Marvel?
You know what? No. Like, my brother watches them, but I just can't get into anime. Like,
It's not anime.
okay.
Not anime, it's just like
We need to hook
I'm
this
sorry,
guy up.
I'm sorry. I had to skip that. I couldn't. That late. Marvel is not anime. It's not anime. I had to skip that. I had to. Oops.
With the other woman who's like 31 and single and only looks forward to Marvel movies. They are a match made in heaven. When I remember that I basically begged a dude who had his mattress on the floor and a plastic jug full of loose change on his mantle to be with me, and he said no. Still can't believe I f***ed a guy who made me drink water out of a Tupperware container. I f***ed a guy with actual shit on his floor. Okay, this is why so many women think men aren't improving or putting in a lot of effort. Because they don't have to. They can have literal shit on their floor and you will f*** them. How are women's standards so high and simultaneously so low? I'm a liberal. It's hard to find masculine men to date who aren't conservative. Ladies, stop f***ing thinking you need your man to align with you completely. Because you know who's gonna align with you completely? A woman.
Yeah, when you're looking to date somebody, you don't need to have them have the same. You don't need to have them have the same political views, the same music or anything. Like my parents, they got married and their political views are completely different. My dad is on one side, my mom is on the other side. and they get along just fine. You don't need to have the same interest in every single little fucking thing in order for you to date somebody. I mean, you can like one thing and he could like the other thing, and that's fine. As long as you guys get along, that's all that really matters. You don't need to have the same views on every single thing on the planet.
A woman with bipolar disorder. Woman marries a dog after 220 failed relationships with men. The fate of every lonely man is suicide, and the fate of every lonely woman is marrying her dog. Unfortunately, I can't make a cute recap video of this year because I spent 2022 ugly crying over my ex, quit my job, ended up in the psych ward, and got an STD. It really does need to be studied why women love posting their L's. My theory is that like women's go-to humor is...
I think a lot of these women who do this, they do it because they really want attention. Because they crave and live off the attention and the sympathy that they get. And they can't seem to really live their life to the fullest without any sort of attention. So they're just basically attention seekers. And that's basically their whole life.
Self-deprecation. Like, female comedians do it often. Even me, like, I'm constantly making self-deprecating jokes in videos. So it could be that, or it could be just like a cry for help or attention. I have no idea, but what I do know is you couldn't beat this shit out of a man. So that was that, whatever that was. Wait, I guess I'll leave you guys with a question. Post one of your biggest L's. Did you ever fumble a relationship? Did a girl flirt with you 10 years ago and you didn't realize she was flirting until now? If you want to support the channel, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. I'm doing Christmas cards again this year. $5 and up, you get a personalized Christmas card and a sticker. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, bye!
Excuse me. It's like, it's almost 3 in the morning. Sorry that this video ran on for so long. I didn't really intend it to go on for over an hour. But, yeah, I had a lot to say on this one, apparently. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. That was Shoe on Head's video of, are women okay? And from this video, I don't think they're really okay. I don't think they're doing very well. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. What sort of L's have you posted online that you probably regret? If there are any other videos you'd like to see me react to, please make sure to comment them either down below or over on my Discord. I have a channel over on Twitch that I stream to every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Links to everything will be in the description below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.